Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So last time we left off, we bought a ton of beans. I mean, a ton of beans from that dude. And we actually ran him out of business. He won't sell us any more beans. That's a good thing though. We needed 10. We've already planted one. We still need to plant a few more. So, yeah, that ought to be fun. Fly away, Cuckoo. Don't need you. Not anymore. Not again. What? Okay. Just go away, Cuckoo. Alright, Cuckoo. Gosh, Cuckoo. I'm gonna kill myself at the end of this LP if I keep calling them cuckoos. Oh gosh. Alright, so we're back at the water temple. Water temple? What am I doing? Why am I stupid? Gosh. Not water temple. Zora's domain. So we're gonna go plant all these beans. However, I actually kind of have a mapped route of how to go about doing this. The only problem I have is that I have to go over to Gerudo Valley and plant a bean there. And that's kind of a pain because there's no warp or quick zones to go. What the flip? Like, why'd you grab on the ledge? Why'd you grab on the ledge? Anywho. So we gotta dive down this hole. Ugh. Gross scratchy. I hate that feeling. And then, we gotta go up here and find that soil where we got I believe we got a Skulltula from before. I can double check. Something tells me I might annoy people, because I'm pretty sure I've got it. But it doesn't hurt to be sure. Always safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, I've already got it. Okay. Cool. Cool. Alright, so plant the bean. And you got yourself a nice planted bean. Cool. So now we have to go back the way we came. You know, in and out, in and out. We all love going in and out. Part of life. If you get my gist. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Anywho. Why don't I... Gosh. I'm just... being really stupid right now. Whew. We are back at Zora's domain, but not for long, because we need to climb this ladder. We need to get out of here. And we're going to head to the Lost Woods, as well as Kokiri Forest. These little transportation areas are so nice for the game. I swear, they're so convenient. Anywho, we need... Gosh, stop saying anywho, dude. Gosh. Alright. So we need to go find that patch of soil that we had before. I'm 100% certain that we already planted or placed the bugs on them. But you know, again, it doesn't hurt to be safe and make sure, because I do not want to come back and get these again, because I think these are probably one of the harder... When it comes to Skulltula hunting, those are probably the patches that are gonna, like, really tie you up the most. You're gonna think, did I get it with bugs or not? Did I not? Did I not? I'm telling you right now, double check. I believe I have like 41. 42! I have 42 Skulltulas. Amazing. And now we go back into the Lost Woods. When you first enter, take an immediate left. And then we're going to have to take a left again to another patch of soil, which is right here. Plant some bugs. Make sure I got the Skulltula. Get a bug, replace them, and you're good. Okay, yep. So I already got that Skulltula. Good. Good. there is still some more. There's another bean plant that I have to go to. So. Oh. So what am I gonna talk about? I guess I could talk about how I got into the Legend of Zelda series. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna sound really cheesy when it comes to this. Like, these games, they kind of found me. I wasn't looking for them at first. You know, I wasn't intently interested in Legend of Zelda. I just kind of thought of it, you know, okay, that's a game series, you know, okay, cool. And I mean, I saw a trailer for Twilight Princess at a movie theater one time. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I've seen that guy before. Guy's all green and whatnot, and so forth. Okay. Actually, you know what? I don't believe I've planted bugs in this one. Let's double check. Nope, I have not. So, like I was talking about, you know, I wasn't intently, like, in love with the Legend of Zelda series. Maybe around in elementary school. You know, I just kind of, you know, okay, that's a game. And I had seen it before, and where I'd seen it before was actually because of my brother. I didn't plant that bean. I'm so stupid. Anyway, my brother was playing Ocarina of Time, and I actually, he had gotten to the end of the game. And I'm pretty sure everyone knows that the villain of this game is Ganondorf. Okay, well, he was doing the first little battle with Ganon. He paused the game because my mom had called him up to do stuff, and I actually took over. I was probably at the age of 3 when I had done this. I probably pissed my brother off pretty hard. I took over his controller, and I just started. Ooh, wow, red rupee. I started playing the game for him, and I started getting the gist, you know. I was like, oh, that's how you use the shield. Okay, that's how you use the shield. I was like, oh my gosh, this is how you use the shield. And then Ganon was shooting those fireballs at me, or whatever they're all, like energy balls, something like that. He was chucking balls at me, okay? So he was chucking glowing balls. I don't know how much I'm gonna emphasize that, but anyways. That's what he was doing, and I ended up kind of screwing him over. You know, I'd learned to use the shield, so I was like, oh, that's how you block. Okay, cool. So, okay, that's how you block. That's how you block the attack. Now what do? For the love of my life, I couldn't figure out what the heck I was supposed to do forever. And I ended up dying. And at the age of 3, you don't really see your character dying, and I mean it left a memory in my head. I was all freaky out. I was all freaked out about it and whatnot. I was like, oh gosh, I just died. What just happened? Why aren't I moving? I don't understand. Why am I not moving? And after that, I never really looked at The Legend of Zelda again. It kind of, you know, it kind of gave me a little scare there. You know, I was 3 years old. But whatevers. Anyway, if that was the case, then why the heck are you playing The Legend of Zelda right now? Ah, gosh, it's such a long story. I liked Nintendo. My first console, or my first system, whatever it was, by Nintendo was a Game Boy Advance. Technically, my first system was a Nintendo 64, but man, it wasn't mine. I didn't own it. Like, I did not have rights over it. Whatever. That's boring. But anyway, I owned a Game Boy Advance, and I don't know, I liked Nintendo. They were a good game series. Although my first Mario game that I think I ever played, Mario Super Mario Advance or something like that. It was pretty much the port of Super Mario Bros. 2 to the Advance. Okay, don't play that one for your first Mario game. Just don't. That is not my favorite. It does not feel like a Mario game. Let's check and make sure we've planted bugs. But that is not a good Mario game to start out on. Play Super Mario World. Oh, I love that game. Super Mario World is great. But anyway, back on topic. Game Boy Advance was my first console system ever, and I had a lot of fun with it. A little too much fun, actually. You know, I was having fun. You know, I was like, man, I'll go into later why I got the Game Boy Advance. There's another story. I think that's a story that I should save for another time, because I don't think I should properly discuss it, my entire life story, on one episode, and let alone one LP. I kind of want to, you know, make it flow a little bit. But again, I got a Game Boy Advance, and you know, I like Nintendo, and then I asked for a GameCube because that was the system that was out. I didn't see Nintendo 64 anymore. You know, I played a GameCube at a store when I was like, how old was I? Like, gosh, I can't remember how old I was when I first got my GameCube. When I first got my GameCube, I was like 10, maybe a little younger than that. Actually, wait, no. Let's see here. If I can remember right, I was in 3rd grade when I got my GameCube. Either that or 4th grade. Either that or 4th grade. Probably 3rd grade. So if I was in 3rd grade when I got my GameCube, I was around the age of, let's see here, 11, 10, 9, 8. Okay, I was 8 or 9 years old when I got my GameCube. That was when I got my GameCube. It was a good system. Again, I loved the Nintendo 64, you know. I'd played Super Mario 64, and gosh, I loved the heck out of the Nintendo 64, and I could not get into the GameCube like I did with the N64, and I didn't even own a Nintendo 64. I just loved it. Man, the Nintendo 64 had such a unique look to it. What I really love about the old consoles is the cartridges. I love putting in the games. I love putting the cartridges into the console. Like, that can be an addiction. It really can. I was just like, one day I was just sitting there. I was like, oh, insert cartridge. I love the shape of the cartridges. They just looked cool. I mean, I was just like so amazed. I was like, oh, this is a game. This is a game. And then with GameCube, you know, it was disc, and I was just like, ugh, this is not the same anymore. And I know disc is better. You know, you should use discs, not anything else. But man, I really love the cartridges, man. I just loved inserting cartridges. You know, it felt like a game. You know, and man, that's one thing I really love about old games, is their cartridges. But anyway, back on topic. The Wii was coming out. Okay. The Wii was coming out when I was in 5th grade. I was 10 or 11. I was one of those ages. And I asked my mom intently for a Wii for Christmas, and I got one. She got me one, and I was super excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I've got a Wii! I got a Wii! You know, like any person would. Gosh, what do I say now? Well, my brother, you know, he was living with me at the time. He got me a game, and he got me it was kind of ported over to the, it was a game that was ported all the way to the Wii from GameCube. I never played it on GameCube. was ported. And again, this series found me. It came back at me, and I don't know why it did that. It kind of did. I honestly don't know what to tell you. It might be a little bit awkward, I guess, but that's what happened. It came back, and it came back in the form of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. That was my first Zelda game that I ever owned, was The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. And I played the heck out of it, because it was a good game. But then after I played Twilight Princess, you know, I kept thinking back to Ocarina of Time, and I just kept thinking, man, I want to play that now. And that's what really, got me started on the Legend of Zelda games. I wanted to play them a lot. They were so good, and so I waited forever for it to come out on Virtual Console for the Wii, and it finally did, and I was like, oh my gosh, I could play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time now. Well, it wasn't quite the classic experience you might want. You know, I still miss that N64 controller style. That is the most unique one of the most unique controllers I've seen in my lifetime. You know, every other controller, it kind of, you know, I don't know what it is with Nintendo. Nintendo just loves to keep their controllers all unique, and whatnot. Gosh. Yeah, I'm just going on a loop here. But that was my first Zelda game that I had ever played was Twilight Princess, and I guess you can thank Twilight Princess for, you know, pushing me in the Zelda direction. Technically, my first game was Ocarina of Time, just because, you know, it was the game I found first. It was the first game I actually touched, and I actually played around with it. But the one I first completed was The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. That was actually a huge game, man. Zelda games are huge. Twilight Princess is a pretty big game. Although, you know, I don't think it's as hard to 100% as Wind Waker is. Man, Wind Waker is crazy to 100%, let me tell you. Anyway, I'm hoping I can get a bomb bag from this rolling Goron. That's what I want to get right now. Yeah, but man, that was a long time ago. That was 2006. Ah, yeah, it was such a good game. Alright, I'll give you this in praise of your courage. You got a bomb bag! You got the biggest bomb bag. Now you can carry up to 40 bombs. Alright, so we have 40 bombs. Wow. That was a good episode. I talked about how I got into The Legend of Zelda, how I got the first game. You know, man. That's awesome. I will see you guys on the next part. So enjoy your day, guys. Have a good day.